Welcome to RidgeLife. I'm Tim, and today I'm going to give you two of the most commonly overlooked items that you must have to survive a food shortage and a world economy collapse. You're not going to want to miss this. I've got some friends down in Mississippi, Mike, Sid, and Frankie, and they've got a YouTube channel called 3 Mississippi. They're doing a whole series on food banking for a world food shortage. And go check them out right there, 3 Mississippi. They're going to have more videos coming soon in that series. But it got me thinking, there's almost always two items that are overlooked in a food prepping situation. And we're going to go over those today. But guys, some of the things they're talking about is, of course, having a garden. Most homesteaders, preppers, you have a garden. Make sure you've got a good collection of seeds. Seeds will last you a long time, and then whenever things start to happen, you can use your seeds to barter with if you need. Of course, for future food sources, vegetables, you gotta have a good balanced diet. Of course, another thing on there are chickens. Chickens are a huge staple. Not only do they provide meat, they provide eggs. Eggs are so expensive right now. Imagine when the food shortage gets that much worse. You go from you can't give eggs away a couple years ago to now $8, $9, $10, $18 a dozen in some crazy places, guys. And these are farm fresh eggs raised from our chickens. Now, I used to have a lot more chickens. I've only got a few now, but they still provide the eggs we need. I'm going to be building a new barn, a new coop. We're moving to a new location. I'm going to be building a new barn and a new off-grid cabin, preparing for what's to come, guys. But you got to have chickens to survive a food shortage. Well said, Elvis. So in addition to your garden for food, for vegetables, you're going to need a protein source, a good solid protein source. And most people think, chickens are going to be that. Now chickens take a long time to get up to a harvesting weight, and most of your farm style chickens for eggs don't grow that big. There's not much meat on a egg laying hen. You got to have them broilers, and then broilers don't live very long, and goodness gracious, are they a lot of work because you harvest them so quickly. But guys, another food source that is so overlooked are meat rabbits. I know, guys, they're so cute and so cuddly, and you want to make pets out of them, and they make great pets. But guys, rabbits are a huge source of protein and food on a homestead or a farm. Your average 1-year-old steer can harvest about 400 pounds of meat. Guys, a breeding set of meat rabbits can harvest up to 600 pounds of meat a year for one pair. I've got a buck and 2 does. Guys, that's 1,200 pounds of meat on rabbits. Okay, guys? So rabbits are the source. Guys, look at what these guys can do. Guys, I know they're so cute, but they taste very good. Much like chicken. Everyone says tastes like chicken. Well, it's true. They taste a lot like chicken. And if you've ever grown up in the country and you've gone rabbit hunting with Grandpa, these are even so much more mild flavored than a wild cottontail rabbit. You really be surprised at how good a rabbit tastes. Now, a rabbit doe, she'll go into gestation about 31 days. So every month, she's having kits. She's having baby rabbits. And she'll have 8 to 12 rabbits every single time she does that. And she's ready to go pretty much right after she has that litter. She's ready to make another litter. Good. 12. Now, I don't push mine, but in a food crisis situation, you could potentially do that and get that 600 pounds of meat. Now, these rabbits are ready to harvest in about 10 to 12 weeks. They're already grown. Look at these. These guys right here are 12 weeks and ready to harvest. They're huge, and they make such a great protein source. So guys, meat rabbits, very important for food preparation and surviving a food world shortage. They'll do it. Now, we can't forget one of the most important aspects of having rabbits is their poo. Guys, this poo right here is gold. It is what we call cold compost. When you put rabbit poo on a garden, it grows like you put Miracle-Gro on there, but this is all natural, guys. And being cold compost, you don't need to mix it and roll it, and it is ready straight out of the rabbit's butt to go on your garden. Not like chicken poo. Chicken poo, you know, you cannot put it. It will burn your garden up. But guys, this stuff, there's probably 100 gallons of poo under these two hutches. And guys, this isn't from very long either. And you're talking like $25 to $50 for a 5-gallon bucket if you're to sell this stuff, depending on what area you live. But gold, rabbit gold, everybody, yeah. That second item I think that everyone most overlooks for a impending food shortage worldwide are honeybees. Guys, honeybees can provide so much on your homestead and provide sustenance for your family, guys. We'll get into that. You're going to be amazed. Of course, bees provide honey, and they provide this golden, delicious, beautiful honey. Look at that, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? This is 3 pounds of honey. 3 pounds of honey is nothing for a colony of bees. I've got 5 colonies here, and they pretty much run themselves. I do a lot in the apiary here, but really, I really don't need to. It's more of a hobby for me. If I had to get called away to take care of other things, the bees do what bees do, and they do a lot. They can make, guys, 60 to 90 pounds of honey per box, per colony. And guys, we may have box on top of box on top of box on top of box in a spring and summertime for the honey flow. When the nectar's all going, the springtime birds are doing their thing, the bees are doing their thing. They provide so much honey. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of pounds of honey a year. Now, honey is a sweetener. You know, yes, you can have your garden. Yes, you can have your chickens. But if you're gonna make a cake out of the flour you got stored, wouldn't it be nice to have a little sugar in it? Ooh, you're gonna have some biscuits with that flour you made? I like a little honey on my biscuit, if you know what I mean. So guys, honey is a huge source of energy. I mean, you're not gonna be growing cane sugar probably on your farm, right? And not enough to sustain your family. But guys, you can do honey. All you gotta do is go out a couple times a year and collect this stuff. They'll take care of the rest. So, and guys, honey and bees, or honey is not the only thing these bees can do, so let's show you that. That's right, there is more to do with bees and honey than just partake in that sweet, delicious honey. Bees make wax. What are you gonna use wax for? Candles. When the power goes out and everything is, you know, dark and you've ran out of gasoline for your generator, what are you going to do for light? Your batteries are going to die. Maybe you've got some solar. That's great. But those are all man-made items. They break. For thousands of years, people have been lighting their homes with candles and candle wax from honeybees. And it's so easy. Whenever I harvest my honey, I scrape off the cappings. Bees, once they get the humidity just right on their honey, they have a built-in hydrometer. They cap it over, and I've got to cut those cappings off. Then I save everything whenever I'm working with my harvest here on the ridge. So those wax cappings, I collect them, and I've got a huge, huge ball of them. When it comes times, I can render those down, stick a wick in there, and I've got light here on the ridge. But wait, there's another item I know you're going to want to talk about when it comes to honeybees and honey. In researching what more I can do with my honey and my honeybees, I got into fermentation. And what you can make with honey with regards to fermentation is mead, like the Vikings drink, Skål, you know. Mead is honey wine, and look how clear this is getting, guys. Honey wine, it is so beautiful, light, and delicious. You're like, Tim, why do I need wine in a impending food crisis, economy collapse situation? Well, for one thing, it's something to drink, and drinking things other than just water, you know, might be, matter of fact, drinking water, where are you gonna get clean water? Well, guys, this stuff stays clean. It gets better with age, right? You ain't got to worry about it being rancid like the water in your livestock pond. You're going to drink that, guys? So water on your shelf lasts a very, very long time, but a little bit of alcohol in this honey wine is going to keep it nice and clean for a very, very good long time. Now, matter of fact, a lot of people say, well, why are you drinking alcohol? Alcohol's not good for you. You're going to go to hell. Well, guys, speaking of which, you know, I do have a faith-based channel. It's called RidgeLife Lessons. You can click on the link right there if you want to subscribe to that channel. But Jesus, the Bible does address this situation, especially in what we're talking about. So in 1 Timothy 5:23, it says, do not go on drinking only water, but use a little wine for the sake of your stomach and frequent ailments. Now, Paul is telling us that water alone might not do it for you, guys. When you got that gut issue, you know what I'm saying? Even back 2,000 years ago, Paul knew that a little bit of alcohol, again, don't get drunk on it. That's a sin in itself. But a little bit of alcohol will help your belly good, and that's for sure. But I'm gonna leave you with another one. Ecclesiastes 9:7 says, go eat your good with gladness and drink your wine with a joyful heart, for God has already approved what you do. So if you're preparing for the future and trying to protect your family for that impending food crisis, world economy shutdown, things like mead, honey, candles, meat rabbits, of course, chickens and gardens, all those things will help get you in a situation to make it through. So, guys, I sure appreciate you. Don't forget to go check out my friends down at 3 Mississippi on more of this type of material. They gave me the inspiration to make this video today because no one talks about honeybees and meat rabbits. Again, two of the most overlooked items that provide so much. If you like today's video, guys, I'd sure appreciate clicking that thumbs up right there. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's free. There's no cost to subscribe to RidgeLife, and we are moving off grid. I'll be building a new barn here very soon, and then eventually an off-grid cabin in the woods. It's going to be a beautiful wood barn dominium, and I'm sure you're not going to miss any moment of that. And of course, we'll have this type of material too, all kinds of fun things in the country life. So guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day, and woo, go RidgeLife.